How to stop dropping your back shoulder in baseball. There are 3 drills I would recommend that will help you to stop dropping your back shoulder. And the first one is actually doing the Barry Bonds and Christian Yelich drill. And I'll let Christian Yelich explain to you right now.
So Barry got me in there and spread me out really wide and was like, hit this ball off the front of the plate, like the white part of the plate. I was like, okay, you know. So I think he had Frank Flip and he was watching, and so I'm spread out to my landing point. So if I did my leg kick and you stride out to where your foot landed, that's how wide I was. And I'm just sitting there, and it was a no stride drill, and it was just like hit the front of the plate. And I was like, okay, cool. He throws me the ball, like I try and chop this shit right off the front of the plate, and I hit it maybe 6 feet out in front of the plate, like bounce and goes into the screen, whatever. And he goes, I said the front of the plate. I was like, oh shit. All right. So back again, hit it this time probably like 2 or 3 feet. And he was like, said right off the plate. And I was like, I'm trying, dude. So I do it again. I miss again, and he grabs the bat and he does it. He just pounding balls off the plate. What is going on right here? But I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm riding this out. Right. He grabbed it and he like showed me what he was talking. So he pounded a few. He pounded a few off the plate. All right, do that. So I get in. I start doing that. And then after a few of that, he's like, okay, now I want you to, chop it where I was originally, like 6-7 feet out there, like that. And we slowly did that, and we brought the ball up to probably about line drive level, where it was just like, and I still had that chopping feeling, but I wasn't actually like steep down, It was just like your path was so short and cleaned up. And it was his way of cleaning up his bat path when he played. And it's a feel, and thinking that of swing down, because you hear the swing down, some guys say that still, like if you hear the old school, or I wouldn't say old school, but A-Rods, Barrys, like these guys all talk about chipper. They all talk about swinging down, and that's why they're kind of against the Instagram, Twitter people, because they're so anti that. If I hit a ball off the top of this cage in this drill, I might have got punched in the face. You know what I mean? Not literally, but it would have been just like a "what are you doing" moment. And so it was creating like true backspin. Like the ball was coming off. I was trying to hit this bitch straight in the ground, and it was like opposite field, backspin missile, up the middle, backspin missile, pull side, backspin, like true pull side. And I was like, damn, like I'd never really done that before. And if I had, it was pure luck, accident. I never really understood it. I was always a guy that just hit and could feel when it felt good, not good. Sure. I just hit. I had no reasoning behind anything. And I was like, man, that feels pretty good. I was hitting against my front side in a sense of where like it wasn't leaking first before I went to swing. And that's why everything was so true. And I was short and I could pull the ball correctly instead of top spinning it or hooking it foul. And I took it in BP that day, and it was the best batting practice I'd probably ever had in my entire life.
Now, one of the first times I hit with Barry Bonds, he told me this exact drill. And at first I was a little like, what are you talking about? But what I started to understand was I was that person that my barrel would drop a little too much, and I would pop balls up more than I would like to, obviously. So what he was trying to get me to do, and it's what all good coaches and good players end up doing, is sometimes you have to exaggerate to get different feelings and to get where you need to be. So with that being said, by trying to hit this plate, let's say the plate was right there, chopping this ball and hitting it right there, what you're ending up doing is using that top hand, right? And if you go a little bit farther, you're controlling that barrel, right? It's going a little bit farther out, and then it goes a little bit farther closer to you, and then line drive right to the camera where you're at right now, right? But you're forcing yourself to be more on top of it rather than dropping that back shoulder. So that'd be the first place I start, is have a goal. We want to try to hit the camera right now. Or if I had an L screen right over here, let's say I put an L screen right over here and I turned around and I was swinging. So I would go here, let's just say here, try to hit the home plate with the ground ball, then go a little bit farther out, and you keep working your way up all the way until we hit the L screen, which is in the center of the camera right now. If we can do that, then we're controlling the barrel, and again, we're exaggerating just so we can get that feel. And when you're talking to your players, or you as a player right now, you want to write down what you're feeling. You want to know what you're feeling so that when you you know, are struggling, or if you don't have a right feel, you could do drills that can help you get those feelings again. That's the first place I would start with young kids. Now, we don't want them rolling over, but we do want them to work, you know, direct to the ball and put it to the ground. And watch, you'll see them start back spinning balls that are line drives right back up the middle. It's a beautiful thing to see. Now, before we move on to the next drill, I've created a free cheat sheet for you that would help you with your swing. The link is in the description below, so if you're interested in that, go ahead, click that link. It'll take you to a page where you'll get that cheat sheet for free. Now, the second drill I would do is a simple drill many hitting instructors do. What I'll do is I'll get down on one knee, and I'll have my hitter do this as well. And I would have them get ready. So you're taking the lower half away from it. I'll put it about chest high right here, and then I'll have them hit. And what you'll notice is that they will be more direct to the baseball, and you won't have them with a drop in their backside, because they can't, right? Because in this situation, if they go here, it's gonna hit the ground, right? So it forces them to go right direct to the baseball, and do it with the short swing as well. I'll also do this with them in front toss. So let's say there's no tee right here, and I'll be over there, and I would flip them the ball, and they would also hit from this area. Now, some kids, you know, they're like, oh, I don't want to do it, but it really changes their swing once you do it. Just sit there behind the L screen and just flip it to them while they're in that position, and it's really going to force them to be direct to the baseball. Now, the third drill is actually part of Mike Trout's routine, and it's something I would highly recommend you young players out there, especially if you're dropping your back shoulder, if you're a parent, or if you're a coach. Now, Mike Trout, you know, his swing is more this way, right? Which is good. You know, he stays inside the ball really well, and he doesn't really roll over, right? I really like that swing. But what he does before the game, because he can get too much this way, he does this drill. And basically the drill is your partner, so exactly where you're at right now, or have a coach or a parent, will flip over his head, and he will try to hammer it, like tomahawk this down to hit it. And again, it's just working that top hand, is getting the feels that we just had over there. And like I said earlier, sometimes as a coach, as a player, we have to go to the extremes so we can feel different things. We can make ourselves better. Now, his swing isn't this way, but instead of being far this way, maybe it gets him a little bit more direct to the baseball so he can hit it. And that's what we're going for. It's like little minuscule improvements to help us over a long period of time. Now, if we do those things, we will get better and we'll improve as a hitter, and that's what we want. So I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, you'll like this video right here. This video is going to help you with your swing, help you get your timing, and it's really something that's helping a lot of my players across the country. So if you want that, you want to improve, click that video right there, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.